Okay. बाह्या एव स्पर्शः रूपरसादयः विषयाः चिन्तिताः सन्तः अन्तः प्रविशन्ति. So these sense, this gandha rupa ras ityadi, five of them, they are called sense object? No. Is it? Sparsha.
Yeah, the Vishayas. Vishaya.
Yeah,
Remember we had that definition earlier. That which the
Yes.
senses touch are called sparsha. What was it? Indriya sprishante sparsha.
Hmm.
Or
So these,
indriyahi sprishante. Sorry, indriyahi
yes, yes.
sprishante sparsha.
So these roop, rasa, gandha, sparsha, shabda, these vishayas, when thought of, chintitah, santaha, when one contemplates on them, then they enters into one's body or one's consciousness, one's mind, antah pravishanti. Tan chinta, tat chinta tyagena bahi eva kritva. So now by giving up contemplation on those sense objects, vishayas, and bahireva kritva, and how to say that? Uh, yeah, not contemplating them, contemplating on them, and then vishaya bahireva kritva, not allowing them to come inside and uh, uh, kicking them off or whatever,
Keeping them out, yeah.
keeping them
Making
out.
them
So
stay outside.
so chakshuh cha bhruvorantare bhrumadhye eva kritva, and then fixing the eyes in between the
The
eyebrows.
yeah.
Atyantam netrayor nimilane nidraya manah liyate. Atyantam netrayoh nimilane. I think nimilane means to close. So closing the eyes, and then nidraya manah liyate. The mind becomes fixed through sleep. So when one closes the eyes completely, atyantam, then nidraya manah liyate. Then by sleep, the mind liyate is like becomes fixed.
Basically like dissolved, right? Liyate.
Yeah, liyate, leena. So unmilanena cha bahi prasarati. And then when one opens the eyes, then by that opening, the mana bahi prasarati, it goes outwards. Tad ubhaya dosh pariharartham ardha nimilanena bhrumadhya drishtin nidhaya. So now, if one closes fully the eyes, then one gets into sleep. If one opens the eyes, then his consciousness, his mind runs outward. Now, that ubhaya dosha parihara artham, in order to
block both of these problems.
yeah, so
Parihara.
ardha nimilanena bhrumadhya drishtin nidhaya. So by fixing the drishti on in between the eyebrows by half closing the eyes, iti artha, this is the meaning. उच्छ्वास निश्वास रूपेण नासिकयोरभ्यन्तरे च चरन्तौ प्राणापानौ ऊर्ध्व अधोगत अधोगति निरोधेन समं कृत्वा कुम्भय, what is that? कुम्भयित्वा इति अर्थः. So uchvas and nishvas. I think uchvas is breathing out, and nishwas is breathing in, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, uchwas is breathing out. So by breathing out and in, nasikayoh abhyantare cha charantau prana panau. So the prana and apan vayus, they charantau, they move in the nose, nasikayoh. Why nasikayoh? Why dvivachana?
The two nostrils, huh?
Yeah, two nostrils, right? Nasikayoh. Then abhyantare cha charantau, moving throughout the two nostrils. The prana panau urdhva adhogati nirodhena samokritva kumbhayitva. Kumbha was what?
It was a type of breathing. Remember? There's
Yeah,
this.
but which one? Like kumbha, kumbhaka.
I don't remember.
Stopping the breath by shutting the mouth and closing the nostrils with the fingers of the right hand. Okay, that is like kumbha. Alom vilom, they say here.
Yeah.
So by doing that, urdhva adhogati nirodhena, by blocking the upper and the downward movement. So by this process, the prana pano becomes samam. They become balanced. Equal won't fit here. Balanced.
Yeah, equalized, balanced.
Equalized. यद्वा प्राणः यथा बहिर्न निर्याति यथा च अपानः अंतर न प्रविशति किंतु न नासा मध्ये एव द्वौ अपि यथा चरतः. Or else, just like prana yatha bahirna nirati, in the way that prana doesn't go out, or in the way the apana doesn't get in, antana pravishati, but nasa madhye eva dvapi yatha charata, but both of these airs should move or flow nasa madhye, in the nose, in the nostrils. Tatha mandabhyam uchvasa nishvasabhyam samokritva. So then, in order to do this, mandabhyam uchvasa nishvasa. Manda is like gentle, like
Yeah,
gently
soft, gentle.
So uchvas. So by gentle uchvas and nishvasa, making both of those airs sama, equalized, balanced. Anena upayena yatah samyatah indriya manah buddhayah yasya.
By this way, controlling samyata, the
Yeah.
senses,
No,
indriya, the senses, mind, and intelligence.
Yeah, I was just thinking of this manaha actually. Because if someone thinks if someone thinks manaha to be like Krishna Shabda, then he will get into problem here.
Yeah, he'll be confused.
Because in a samasa, the vibhaktis are gone except for the last word. So he will think, oh, this is manaha, one.
Yeah, but it's manas.
So anena upayena yataha sanyataha indriya manaha buddhaya yasya. One whose senses, mind, intelligence are controlled by the said processes, method. Moksha eva paramayanam prapyam yasya. Prapyam, okay. One for whom moksha, which is the parama ayana, ayana is path, so the supreme path, is to be attained, prapyam. Ataeva vigata ichha bhaya krodha yasya. Therefore, one who is devoid of ichha, bhaya and krodha, ya evam bhutah munihi saha sada jivan api mukta eva ityartha. So one who is such a kind of muni, he sada jivan api, he even while alive, living, he is liberated. Eva iti artha. I think this is the last one.
It
Nanu
is, yeah.
evam indriyadi sanyama matrena katham muktah syat न तावत मात्रेण किंतु ज्ञान द्वारेण इति आह. ननु एवं, now by just by just controlling the senses and so on, how can one be liberated? न तावत मात्रेण किंतु ज्ञान द्वारेण इति आह. So the response is that it's not just by controlling the senses that one becomes liberated, but by knowledge. Jnana dvarena. So Krishna is saying, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam jnatva mam shantam rikshati. Yajnanam tapasam cha mad bhaktaihi samarpitanam yadrichaya bhoktaram palakam itiva. So the yajnas or the tapasa which are offered by my devotees, yadrichaya bhoktaram palakam itiva. Okay, yadrichaya is like Krishna saying for himself. So the yajna, the tapasa which I get, not asked for, but just I get it from the devotees. So bhoktaram palakam itiva. So I okay, let's read.
I'm the enjoyer of this.
I'm the enjoyer of
interesting.
those.
This samarpitanam yadrichaya, because this is a big thing in the Bhagavatam that bhakti is independent, and this word yadrichaya is always used. And then basically, the philosophical intention here is that the bhaktas, they offer of their own accord.
Yeah.
They're not controlled because bhakti is totally independent. So it's interesting that he's including that here in this verse.
Actually, it would have been good if yadrichaya was before samarpitana. Mad bhakti yadrichaya samarpitana. No? Maybe.
Could be, but it's not so strict, right?
Yeah. So
maybe it means that he, on his own accord, enjoys them.
Yeah.
But
yeah, looks like. So
he's the independent enjoyer.
Independent enjoyer and maintainer also. This is Dvitiya because it is connected with Gyatva actually. So Bhoktaram Palakam Gyatva. Sarvesham Lokana Mahantam. So this is Mahantam, Mahan Shabda. Mahatu Shabda. Sarvesham Lokanam Mahantam Ishwaram Sarvesham Bhutanam Suhridam. So I am the Ishvara, the controller of all the planets, and I am the Suhridam of all the living entities. Nirapeksha Upakarinam. Wow, good actually. So Suhridam means Nirapeksha Upakarinam. I do favor, but not with any expectation.
Yeah.
Antaryaminam, I am the Antaryami. Mam Gyatva. Knowing me as such, Mat Prasadena Shantim Moksham Richati Prapnoti. One attains or obtains moksha or Shanti by my mercy. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama Panchamodhyaya Vikalpa Shanka Pohena Shanka Pohena Apohena, is it? Apohena. Uhena.
Yeah.
Uha is Vaha Dhatu actually, to carry.
Yeah, so drive away, huh?
to drive away.
Apohen, apoha.
Yeah. So
Yeah, apohanam.
vikalpa shanka pohena yena evam sankhya yogayoho samuchayah kramenoktah sarvagnyam naumi tamharim. So one by whom the vikalpa between Sankhya yoga and Karma yoga was driven away, because initially Arjuna asked for a clarification between the two processes. So
And it's
one who did
vikalpa
that,
shanka, right? So doubts about the difference. Like
yeah,
basically
doubts about the difference.
was driven away.
And Samuchaya Kramena Uktah. Samuchaya Ukta.
I'm
So
wondering about this apohena, because it's the same as yena. How do we understand this? Because if it was apaha,
okay,
or,
I mean, you mean
because it's
even
vahadatu, so then this is still a it's like uha, but as like an upapad purush.
no,
Is
this is
it?
not dhatu here. I mean, this is Kridanta.
Oh yeah, it's a kridanta. That's what I mean. But and it's turned into. It's basically like vaha, but it's like if we were to see. Let me think of an answer of a thing like sarvavit, one who knows everything. So the same type of word here, vikalpa, shanka, upaha, one who drives away the doubts about the difference between Sankhya Yoga, Sankhya and Yoga.
Means
Do
I
you get
didn't
what I'm
get the
saying?
point. No,
Well,
I didn't get it.
because upahena, apohena is in the same case as yena, so this is an adjective of Krishna.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. So how does it, like, grammatically, how does it come together? Because it's not saying, by him who, maybe it's just a double tritiya, by him who, by driving away this vikalpa shanka,
it is
this
double. Means I'm getting it like double tritiya only.
double tritiya. So by him
Yeah,
who, by driving away the doubts about the difference between Sankhya and Yoga.
yeah. And then samuchayah kramena ukta. Kramena samuchaya ukta.
Yeah,
And then he spoke.
the complete sequence, or
The complete
the
sequence.
totality in sequence.
Yeah.
Samuchaya uktaha kramena. Samuchaya kramena uktaha.
Okay. Or kramena samuchaya ukta.
Yeah.
Or I mean, it could be put anyway.
Yeah. But
So,
we're saying the same thing. So basically, he explained that there was a sequence between Sankhya and Yoga, that they're the same thing, basically, and that they're just for different adhikaris, but that they're not.
yeah.
That they're not different.
Then tam sarvagnyam harim naumi. And I offer my obeisances to such Hari who is Sarvagnya, who knows everything. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitaayam Sridhar Swami Virachitayam Subodhinyam Tikayam Karma Sannyas Yogo Nama Panchamodhyayam. Hari Bol. Jai. One more chapter. Done. How many verses in sixth one? I think
47,
40?
I think.
47?
I think so, yeah.
Oh. Okay. We'll start Tuesday.
Should we do a little grammar, or would you like to wait? Actually, I'm quite caught up, so I could go forward a little bit and work through the weekend.
Okay.
But it's up to you.
So
yeah, we were on this Veni Vai.
And there are a couple of sutras for this one actually.
Yeah. excited because we're so close to being done with this
Yeah, actually.
Palipakarana. It's literally 14 more
Okay,
sutras, you know?
maybe let's do this way today.
Okay.
So Veng Tantu Santane. So Vayuktati Shakrishna Dhatu ke Vayati. Then Vayukte Shakrishna Dhatu ke Vayate. Ve now this was Chaturvihanta Nam Aramanta Patho Ashive.
Mhm.
And then Te Yakrishna Dhatu ke Bhava Karmanoho. And then we apply this Vatiswapi Yajadinam Sankarshanaha Kapile. Right?
Vachisvapiya Jadinam Samprashana Kapila.
And by that we get
Uyate. And then what is it? Vamanasya Trivikrama Krishna Jati Ketriya
yeah,
Pratyaya.
Vamanasya Trivikram Uyate. What was the word we just did there? Apoha. Apohina, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So same thing is happening. Huh? We have Appa and then we have U. Actually, what
Yeah.
is this? Upendrat Uhiter Vamanasya? Or is that a different dhatu? Yeah, that's different.
Say this Vaha Vachisopiya
is-
Jadinam Sankarshana Kapile.
What was the meaning of this dhatu though? Because we also had that, and there was this Upendra. That could also work.
Which one?
It's there. We have the sutra Upendrat Uhiter Vamanaha Kapile. Kamsara. Upendrat Uhiter Vamanaha Kamsara.
Not able to recollect now.
It's just here. Oh, it's at the beginning of the, or it's the last sutra of the Atmapada Prakriya. That's why.
Upendrad Uhatir.
Yeah. Because also Appa plus U would make this same thing. Apoha. But I think you're right. I think it's Ba. It's Ba.
In Apoha, it's Vaha. That's for sure.
Yeah.
This Uhate, that Upendrad Uhate, we'll have to see. So, actually, interestingly, Vaha is like to carry, and the wind is also, the word wind or the wind itself is like carrying something, aroma or whatever. So in Hindi, in Sanskrit it is Vaha, in Hindi it is Hava, just the opposite. Interesting. I think whoever made these languages, like other than Sanskrit, which comes from Sanskrit, they must have been, they must have took some Sanskrit book or somewhere. Okay, let's play with the words and make our language. Something like that.
Yeah.
Veyo na sankarshana dhokshaje. So Veng doesn't take sankarshana when an adhokshaja pratyaya follows. So Ve Chaturvyanta Namanavanta Pato Shiva null. Then Va, and then we had that sutra Aramanta Nala Au, right?
Araman Nala'au. Yeah.
Araman Nala Au. And by that Au is there, Netya Sarveshwarayoho, and generally we would have applied that sutra Vachyadinam Grahadinam cha Narasya Sankarshana Dhokshire. But this one prohibits it, Vayuna Sankarshana Dhokshire. And then Va O and Narasya Vamanaha O Vavau. Then Vavatuhu, same. Then Vayu Vai Vadhokshaje. Veng is optionally replaced by Vai when an Adhokshaja Pratyaya follows. So now optional forms. So Ve becomes Va becomes Vai, Veng Vai Vadhokshaje, and then What was that? Aramanta, no, Udvaramasa Krishnendra Nrasinghe, and then va, and then we get this Sankarshna, Sapara Sarveshwara Yavaranami, Vachadinam, Grahadinam Cha.
Yeah, Vachadinam Grahadinam Cha Sankarshana, Narasa Sankarshana Dhokshaje.
Narasya Sankarshna Dhokshaje, and we get Uvaya. Then Grahi Jya Vai Vyadhi Vashi Vyachi Vrashchi Prachi Vrasjinam Sankarshana Kansaro. The following dhatus known as the grahadis take sankarshana when a kansari pratyay follows. Graha upadane, jya vayohanam, vai the replacement of vain, vyadha tadane. This is interesting. The word vyadha comes from vyadha.
Yeah.
Vashakantau, vyach vyajikarane, o vrashchuchedane, prachanipsayam, vrasjapake. So, grahijya vai vyadhi, vashi vyachi, vrashchi prachi, vrasjinam, sankarshana kansaro. Then vayo yasya vo va kapile. The ya of vai optionally changes to va when a kapila pratyay follows. So now we have ve, va, chaturghantanam aramanta patho ashive atus. Then we apply this ve vai va dhokshaje, and then this vachadinam grahadinam. No, not that one. How does it take sankarshana?
Isn't that what we just
this
applied?
present one.
Yeah, Vachadinam Grahadinam Cha Sankarshana.
No. This is actually grahi jya vai.
Oh,
Grahi
Grahi
jya vai.
Vai Vyadi Vashi Vrashchi Prachi Vrashchinam
Sankarshana kansaro.
Sankarshana Kamsara. Yeah.
So because it's a kansari, so it takes sankarshana, and then dhatur durachanam, and uyatu. So vayo yasya vava kapile, the ya of vayo optionally changes to va when a kapila pratyay follows. So one time it doesn't change, so uyatu, and one time it becomes uvatu.
Just a question here with this. So they applied Dvitvam here, and they got U and Ui and Atus. Wouldn't we apply Dirvachana Nimita Sureshwari Paramatre Sati Suresha Syadesha Stani Vadirvachana Eva Kartavye and get Va, Ui and Atus, and then apply Sankarshana again?
By that sutra, which one? This Grahitya? No, not that one.
No, it would be Grahadinam. What is that? Vachadinam Grahadinam Cha Sankarshana Narasa Sankarshana Dhokshaje. Because here they did Dvitam, but they just took U by you see what I'm saying? By Dirvachana Sureshwari Paramat or
that way that
Dokshasanam Yangsha. But we should
I think that
reduplicate and keep it. And then make Sankarshana again.
Yeah, that would go perfect that way.
Yeah.
Uyatu and Uvatu. Yeah, I think that should be done that way. So then we have ve, thal, va becomes vai, venu, vai, va dhokshaje, and then we get it here, just it ram dhatu ke, and uvayitha. Yeah, we can't apply this one here. Vayo yasya vava kapila. Because it's not kapila.
Yeah.
And also the previous one, grahijya, we can't apply. So uvayitha ityadi.
Wow, this is the most complicated Dokshaja I've seen.
This vayo yasya vova kapile makes it more complicated. Uyatu and uvatu. Uvaya. And yeah, that was Veng Dhatu.
You can show your new students or your students that have just started the Akyata Prakarana that this is what they have to look forward to. Just
Oh
take a
no.
screenshot. Just take a screenshot and show them this one.
Then I think then I will be freed from one batch altogether.
Yeah. Although if you present it, I would not show it to them, but presenting this the right way is a really good way of showing that memorization of tables will never work. Because, 5 sutras allows you to understand this, but trying to memorize this with, just memorizing it straight through would be such a headache, just memorizing in your brain. Vavidhve, vavidhve, uvidhve.
I remember like
Uvidhve.
the very first time I went to one teacher, devotee in Vrindavan to study Sanskrit, and I didn't study Harinamamrit at that time. And the teacher, he just gave me some Krishna or Rama table to memorize, and he was like, he gave me a paper and he told me just memorize it. And I was like, whoa, 21 forms, Rama, Rama, Rama. I started
Yeah.
sweating literally.
Yeah, it's
And
scary.
and I just ran off. I never returned to him. Never ever
Yeah.
returned to him. I was like, oh, am I gonna memorize it? Then I went to my Guruji and the Gaudiya Math, and then I studied properly. Like,
It's funny, they think that's actually easier. A lot of people have the concept that it's easier that way. But like I said, I spent a year and a half struggling that way and learning a lot of tables, but thinking I'd never come to the end of this. So when we studied the Sandhi Prakarana, then, or not Sandhi, but when we studied the Nama Prakarana and did it in like 2.5 months, I was amazed. Because that's effectively all the tables,
yeah.
for Namas.
And actually,
I
we did
didn't think
Brihat
I would
also.
ever get it. Yeah, we did the Brihad version.
So,
And I spent a year and a half. And after a year and a half, thought, oh my God, there's still so much I'll never know. But then 2.5 months learning the sutras, and now I've crossed the Nama Prakarana. So it's much easier this way. People they're intimidated by it, mostly because we talk about it in this weird rhetorical way that we tell everyone it's super hard and like impossible. And so they come in with the idea that, this is almost impossible. And so they're just like ready to give up at, a moment's notice because it's like, it's impossible anyway in their mind.
Probably one thing was there, like all the dhatus which we are doing here in like Jiva Goswami is presenting whichever dhatu. So mostly like initially like in Bhu he gave all the dhatus in Vritti, and then the declensions were there. And mercifully Matsavtar Prabhu and his team also has put tables, like even if it's not given, but he has not given all the tables. I was thinking like, when we teach someone, like for someone who's really new to the subject, like for you, it becomes easy. For me, like I just mentioned one form and then we move to the next dhatu itself. But for some, I think I need to give, or we need to present the whole tables, like all the forms.
Yeah, well, and also it's a good place to test people, since they're not given, you can say, hey, I want you to do that, and then you can check it and see if they're applying the thing the right way.
Yeah, so I was thinking
that's what I'm doing with myself. I fill out the
Yep.
tables and I make the tables.
So you're preparing Anki, so you're putting all the forms, right, of each and every dhatu.
Mostly, yeah, especially with the Adokshijas and the Bhuteshas.
Okay.
With Achyuta, I don't, because it's like, if you do the first Achyuta, then and but whenever, or if we come to like Kamapala, the Kamapala is always the same all the way through. The first one is the same as the other 8, whether Atmapada or Padapada. So I only do the first one on those, but definitely with the Adokshijas and the Bhuteshas. Yeah.
Maybe we can prepare sometime in future. At least a list of, the whole tables of all the dhatus covered here by Jiva Goswami, at least.
Yeah, like an answer key.
Yeah, so that anyone can check.
Yeah, it'd be a good exercise also to just compile and go through, because
Yeah.
there's a lot, there's a lot that I haven't done, because I only do the forms, not the forms, but I only do the tables that he brings up. So if he only brings up Bhutesha and Adokshaja for a Dhatu, I don't have the space to, add Vidhi, Vidhi and all these other things. Because I just take it that, okay, he's introducing the exceptions. I already know how to do that. And every now and again I test myself with something I haven't seen, or with a table that, isn't in Anki. And it works, it's working just fine. But it would be nice to just make all of them.
Maybe when we complete Akhyata, or maybe the 10 Ganas, so we can just maybe come back, spend a month again, making forms only. That way we'll be able to practice also, I think.
Oh, that's a
I don't
great
know.
idea. I was gonna say something like that, because I'm not eager to like race forward. Once we beat Akyata, I'd like to take some time to make sure I really internalize it.
So
And
yeah, so
also,
we can
if I
just
have a
come.
month, it'll let me get Enki behind me, so that then I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? I'll still be
Yeah,
using
yeah.
it, but it'll come down to like 10 cards a day after a month of not putting new stuff in almost every day. So that will make it very like manageable for me and integratable. So yeah, I'm up for that. 2 weeks to a month, something like that. Just coming
So we can
back
just,
and working.
yeah, we can
forms.
just make forms, just tables, and just keep it, save it, right, like that.
Yeah, we can even, because we'll have finished the body Prakarna, we can just take random dhatus as well, even ones Jiva Goswami doesn't address,
Sure.
because that's also a really good test.
Sure, we can do that.
No, that's a great idea, yeah.
Okay. What about Lokram Prabhu?
He said that he's trying to catch up. He's busy right now. He's helping with this editing. I don't know if he's told you of the English Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that Bhanu Swami translated. So the BBT is trying to finally publish it. So he's doing the English editing for that. And he has his job. So he's hoping to he keeps saying, oh, after a couple of weeks, I'm going to jump back in. I'm not that far behind. I can catch up. And so I'm just trying to encourage him that, yeah, that's great. And I told him also, there's no rush either. He can move at his own pace. And, all the videos are online. I can help him.
You can help, right?
Yeah. So, I'm just trying to encourage him to not give up. He doesn't seem like he wants to give up, but he's busy.
But if things get far away, then who can stop one from giving up?
Yeah, well, that's why I also told him to just make sure he keeps whatever he has, because that's when it becomes really debilitating and demoralizing. When you forget stuff that you spent so hard to learn, then you think, oh, I forgot everything. I don't want to do this anymore.
I think at least while studying Akhyata, one should not get busy elsewhere.
Yeah, because that's also my conviction.
Because if you can become busy while studying Karaka, Kridanta, no issue. That's like very simple. But while studying Akhyata, one should really pay attention. Just like my observation and experience. So
yeah, I also think so, because if I wasn't spending the hours and hours a day that I'm doing with really internalizing this, then it would just be say I took 3 or 4 days off, it would be extremely bad. It would make everything like 300% harder, with the track that I'm on, and I would have to work really hard to catch back up. So it's definitely a matter of just staying in the fire and keeping it as the main focus until you get through it.
Yeah.
Which again is nice, because we literally have hit the halfway mark. Are about to get through, the hardest part.
How many
so I'm really excited.
We did
there's like 560 and we've done 280.
Yeah,
we haven't covered, but I've memorized up to 280 of them, because I've memorized 5 sutras into the Adadi, which that's only 20 sutras away from where we are. So we've done 260, which is more than half, where it's just about half.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then, like you said, once these ganas become like 10 to 20 sutras a piece, it's going to be really exciting, It's going to be like, oh, I learned the whole gana this week.
Like after Adadi, after Adadi, I think 2 days, 1 gana, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, even with Adavi, it's like 55, and the way I'm gonna memorize it, I think we can cross it in 2 weeks, depending on how many examples are there. But
Yeah,
I'm inspired to. I think we can get through it in 2 weeks. Maybe it'll go even faster than expected.
depends. Okay, Prabhuji. So we'll continue on Monday.
Yes. Monday actually, because it's Monday's actually Radhastami for us.
Oh,
I don't know about for you.
one Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. No, ours is like Tuesday.
I see. I see. So yeah, ours is Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Whatever.
yours is
Please let
Tuesday.
me
So
know.
I guess Wednesday, huh?
Yeah. Let me know if you are free or not.
Yeah, we have a whole morning kind of festival thing going on. We're doing two. We're doing one on Sunday because that's when most people can come, but then we're also doing something on Monday. I would be available on Tuesday. It depends on your schedule.
No, but I'm free like on Tuesday because the Abhishek and everything happens in the morning. So night time, it's like okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's do Tuesday then.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hidi, hidi.